2025, the game has changed. One of my personal favorites is Pitch a Friend, where people give short, funny PowerPoint presentations pitching a single friend.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Men Only titled Singles Events Are Absolutely Doomed. Modern women are stunned as men refuse to attend them. You know, I've been saying this for some time, but there's just no incentive for men to date, let alone attend singles events, which I assume also men have to pay for. Like, what a complete waste of time. Let's jump into the video.
So I went to another singles event. I've been to 3 so far, one last weekend and another one like 2 years ago. And my rating for tonight's event is 3.8 stars out of 5. It was a chill event. It was at a bar in Santa Monica, and it was a pretty diverse crowd. A lot more men than women, which apparently is a thing at all of these events. And what I noticed about this event, because the previous event I went to was centered around a game, so it got people involved in groups and things like this. This was just at a bar, and people, you know, there were games, but that wasn't the crux of the event.
If guys went to a dating event during a game, they weren't there for the women. Guys know that you don't go to sporting events to pick up women. It never ends well that way.
And so, really, people are just trying to socialize. We even talked extensively about how we wish this would happen more in real life, but in real life it doesn't happen because people are just so doing their own thing. The men don't want to bother the women because they just seem like, you know, that they don't want to scare them or make them feel uncomfortable in any way. And it's just like, and the women were talking about, like, well, we want to be approached, like, we want to be talked to, we want to meet somebody in real life at...
That's not what modern women said. There are thousands of hours worth of videos that specifically tell men to leave women alone. They just want the vast majority of men to leave them alone so that Chad can do his thing.
You know, at the gym or at the grocery store or walking on the sidewalk, and there's a proper way to do that, right? Without making someone feel scared or uncomfortable. But it was like this thing that we all were really craving, and this event just created that atmosphere where we could do that in the setting, right? So I appreciated that about this event. It was still awkward, you know, like I'm awkward, but it was, you know, you're just there with a bunch of strangers, and I noticed that everyone there was like, they brought a friend who brought a friend who brought a friend, so people kind of had someone that they knew, or they'd been to these events before, so they kind of like, you know, saw someone they knew from last time.
It's annoying when these women say that they want men to approach them, but only in the right way. It has to be under perfect circumstances, and if the man falters in any way, then he's automatically seen as creepy or dusty or whatever word they want to use.
I was like, I know no one. I came completely by myself. It was pretty freaking scary, but I did it and I met people. So yeah, it was a decent time just to socialize with strangers. And the group I ended up talking to, there were 6 of us, and there was 3 guys and 3 girls, and all 3 guys were in tech. 2 of them were software engineers. I don't know what the other one did. It was really diverse. One was from Hong Kong, one was from India, one was from Syria. So it was an interesting crowd, and I thought that was really interesting. That's one of the things I love about LA.
What's interesting is how in this whole rant of hers, she didn't mention getting a single date, which is the whole point of going to singles events. So in other words, the event didn't do what she wanted it to do, and the night was a failure for her.
Hey! Welcome to Stoop Dating in Boston, where we see if you can find love on the stoop. This time we're bringing things to the clock to see if these two can beat the clock and become a match. Why did you sign up for this event?
I just recently got out of a 6-month relationship. It was never official, but we were hanging out for 6 months, and my friends were like, Paige, let's just get back out there, let's do this event, let's just go have fun. And I was like, I never do anything like this. See what other people are out there in Southie doing the same thing.
She's fresh out of a 6-month situationship, a drink in her hand, which is clearly not her first one of the night, and desperately trying to find a guy at a singles event. We can all tell why she is single.
Honestly, my friend told me about it, and it seemed fun. Like Paige, I also don't go on many dates, so I felt like this would be fun, put myself out there and meet new people.
What are you looking for in a partner?
I like someone who's confident in themselves and also likes to try new things. I feel like I like going out and doing new things, trying new things, and I hope I find someone who's also like that as well.
I think I just want someone who's genuinely caring and wants the best for you.
She could have easily had a guy like that, but if she's getting out of something where the guy refused to make it official, then we all know the types of men that she goes after, and it's not the types of men who care for her.
And wants to see you succeed and like be your best friend throughout your whole life. I feel like I'm young at heart and want somebody who likes to go out and do things and wants to have fun.
Do you have any funny stories from a time you got hit on?
This one time the trains were down, so we had to take the bus. So I get on the bus and I have like my arm up to hold on to something like up above my head. And this older man, he was probably like 50, he turns to me and he goes, "Are you a secret woman?"
One of the dumbest things a modern woman can say is, "I'm young at heart." It means that she knows that she's old enough to know that she shouldn't be doing stupid things, but is lonely enough to not care.
And I said, I don't know exactly. I was like, "What do you mean by that?"
What the does that mean?
And then I was like, "I don't think I'm secret." And he's like, no, like your deodorant. Like, are you a secret woman?
That's insane. Are you?
Yeah, I do wear secret. But I
knew.
He was smelling my perfume.
Oh my god, his ex wore secret and he got triggered by your scent.
These kind of questions don't help to bring people together. She's telling a story about a 50-year-old man making comments about her preferred deodorant. That's not really all that attractive or even funny, really.
I was at a bar and I like leaned back to stretch and like lifted my head over, and I feel someone scratching my head, like fully scratching it, and I turn around. And it's this like also like 55, 60-year-old woman staring back at me like grinning as she has her hand outstretched like it was right over my head, just looking back at me. And I took, what?
Scared?
I think I literally like jumped out of my seat and like almost knocked over my drink.
Was she a MILF?
I don't think I looked long enough to decide, but my gut tells me no, most likely not.
What that woman did to that guy was literally assault. She touched him inappropriately without his consent, and the only question they want to know is whether or not this creepy woman was a MILF. Absolutely disgusting.
Do you think you can find love in the Southie bars?
I think while the sun's up, you have a much better chance than when the sun's down.
Okay, the sun is still up.
The sun is up. It's possible.
Yes, but depending on what bar you go to.
What about the clock?
100%.
Sit for ick, cheers for click. It's a stew match. They beat the clock at Clock Tavern.
It's crazy how modern women think that they're going to find a good man at a bar of all places. Men don't normally go for women over 30 who think that a good time is getting trashed at a dive bar on a Friday night.
So I think I finally realized that like men 35 and older are just like so much more dramatically mature than like guys around my age right now. What the heck? Like literally last night there was a 37-year-old and he was honestly like really cute, but you know, obviously 10 years older than me. We like genuinely had such a great conversation, and then at one point he like asked to kiss me, which honestly I kind of respect him asking versus just doing it, and I declined, but he like respected it.
That guy was being incredibly cautious. We live in an era where you pretty much need a woman to sign a consent document with a notary public just to make sure that it's okay to hold her hand, let alone kiss her.
Like he didn't like force it, and like he lives right nearby me, so he just dropped me off at home. Didn't even try to make a move. Like, just super, like, nice, kind person. And he, like, we exchanged numbers because we want to, like, go hang out and, like, do things together as friends. But, like, he didn't text me today, like, in a weird way that most 20-year-olds would do. He didn't, like, try to, like, set up a date. Like, it was very normal, and I like really appreciated that.
He rejected a guy's advances and wanted to put him in the friend zone. He didn't text her because he's not going to waste his time with a woman who is clearly not actually interested in him.
And like the maturity in that. And then my friend made the point and she was like, Jen, he's not flirting with you because he's mature and he's not gonna like jump on that unless you signal to him. He's just gonna respect you for who you are because he's older and mature. And I was like, damn, there is a difference. There really is a difference in men between in their 20s and early 30s to late 30s and 40s. Like,
she's complaining for no reason. She wasn't attracted to a guy who was attracted to her, and she's frustrated that the guy that she wanted to friend zone wasn't willing to allow himself to be disrespected like that.
At every singles event, it's all women.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up. And I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise to like get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah. But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like, yeah, like that's sick. Like, why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman.
Yeah.
Why?
The problem is that the women who go to singles events are over the age of 30. They don't have their lives together, and they go to these things as a last-ditch effort to try and meet somebody. Men know this, that's why they don't bother.
Why wouldn't I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too?
Yeah.
But as guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away like the thing of rejection? Like,
Well, what my perspective was this: I feel like guys are super sensitive to get rejected, and when you go to a singles event, there's an expectation that you should hook up or you should like meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh well, you got rejected. And maybe if you hit on somebody there and they don't like you, it's very in your face.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get rejected at a bar, it's so like sugar coated and it's so like
kind of disappear.
you can disappear or like just pretend like something happened. You
Yeah.
could hide.
It has nothing to do with being rejected. It has everything to do with paying to go to a bar to drink with older women who will still think that they can do better than the men who actually go to singles events to meet them in the first place.
Hot take, singles events are one of the most underrated ways to meet single women. I'm not talking about cringy speed dating in a Hilton ballroom. It's 2025. The game has changed. One of my personal favorites is Pitch a Friend, where people give short, funny PowerPoint presentations pitching a single friend. I'm not affiliated with Pitch a Friend, this is unsponsored, but their events draw in hundreds of singles and their audience tends to skew heavily female and cute. So if you're single, look up Pitch a Friend and events like this in your city.
Making a PowerPoint presentation for a dating event sounds incredibly boring. People have to deal with those presentations at work, school, and at seminars. Nobody is thinking about how to make them to impress single women.
If you're a single guy in New York, what would entice you to come to a singles event? My friend and I are hosting singles events now, trying to help single people in New York get off the dating apps because dating apps suck and to actually take their own like dating lives into their own hands. How would you market this event to get like your guy friends to want to come, to get like guys in general to want to come? We do have like a solid base of people, but just in terms of our growth, like trying to understand what is most compelling to guys when it comes to like these types of events.
There's nothing these women can do to make men be interested in singles events. Most of the women there are single for a reason, and if they need an event to try and meet men, then there's not much hope for them.
The way that we're structuring ours, it's very low key. There's no matchmaking, no speed dating, no pressure, no setup or anything. It's very casual and open format so that people can just like come in, have conversations with people. We do have like conversation starter cards to try to like break the ice a little bit. But other than that, it's very free flowing so that people can just like have conversations and feel confident going up to someone that they think is attractive at this event without any like pressure.
If people want to do that, they can talk to each other without having to pay a premium to do it at a specific place. There's no need to go to an event to do stuff like that. They can just have normal conversations like normal human beings.
So if you're a guy, like what would be enticing, like the way that we like talk about it? Do you want to hear like success stories? Because we do have people, including myself, who has gone on dates from these events. Do you want more like footage from the actual event? Do you want to hear from people who have gone and liked it? Do you want other perks to come with a ticket and then like pay a little bit more for the ticket? Does the venue matter? We've generally been hosting them on like Friday nights. Does that really make a difference if you want to come or not? Just would love some insight into how we get like men in particular to come, because the girlies have no problem. All the hot, successful, cool, smart girls, they're all signing up and like we have them in droves. So if you're a single guy in New York, let us know your thoughts. And if you do want to come, we are hosting our second event on Friday, March 28th. And I have info about that in my bio.
She just proved why these events are pointless. She's gone to dating events and got a few dates out of the deal. Not a relationship, most certainly not a husband. She met with a dude a few times and that was the end of it. That's why these events are completely pointless. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Peace.